This has become a battle to defend both people and property. The Army and Navy have united on the banks along the Thames to protect the land from water. There are now 16 severe flood warnings in place across England.
Those severe warnings are really highlighting the risk to life. We need people and communities to respond to those significant warnings and take action now.
Ahead of its usual busy Monday morning, Network Rail had this announcement.
Got a new concern tonight, which is the Thames Valley, Oxford down to Didcot and Reading and routes into Paddington. The rising waters in the Thames are meaning that the railway there is flooded, and we will be running a very limited service now between Oxford and Didcot tomorrow.
In the southwest, communities feel cut off, with railway lines closed by flooding and damaged by the weather. While trains on some services are running again, there are many passengers who face the potential of days of disruption.
My train journey has now turned from a 3-train journey into 2 trains, 2 buses.
I was supposed to leave at 9:05, but it didn't leave until 25 to 10. And then I had to be moved from a different bus to that bus.
Many families who call the Somerset Levels their home still can't reach their houses, and the water continues to creep higher. This land has flooded before, and the government was warned 6 months ago by farmers about the dangers posed by heavy rain and overflowing rivers. They face serious questions about why they failed to take action.
We made a mistake, there's no doubt about that, and we perhaps relied too much on the Environment Agency's advice. I think we recognise now that we should have done, we should have dredged.
Amid a very political storm over who's to blame, the Environment Agency says it's putting all its energy into preparing for what's still to come. On the Dorset coast, beaches have been transformed into building zones.
You can see the long lines of boulders and rocks that are being put in place to try to hold the high tide back. All of this needed to prevent flooding.
And no one here needs reminding that the storms are forecast to return. Karen Anderson's restaurant sits just on the other side of the sea wall.
We have had a sea defence up there built for 15 years now. It's just amazing how for the force of the waves, we can't keep that at bay.
It might not feel like it to some people, but today was a respite from the worst of the weather. But with streets again lost to rivers this evening, this has become a fight against the extremes of the elements. Chris Buckler, BBC News.